All right, it is time for our budget segment. We do this every week. It is sudden substitution. We know that there are some expensive commander cards out there that you may not want to shell out all the money for, and that is where we're coming in with some budget replacements. So this week, we're looking at kind of the OG Zendikar mana ramper here, Oracle Mul Daya. It's $30, $40. It's incredibly expensive. You look at the top card of your library. If it's lands, you can play it. You can play an extra land.
Remember
the card is insane.
Crater Hoof, and people were like, "But that was in Jumpstart. It'll be nothing."
Yeah. And then Oracle is still worth infinite after the reprint.
Things did not go according to plan with the Jumpstart supplies, so
that's right.
We're going back to the well and like, well, a reprint didn't do it. What else you got, universe? Well, it turns out you got a completely different card, hopefully in the same colors.
That's right. Well, I'll start us off then. Courser of Crufix. This is the sort of the one that I expect most people would think of when you think about an Oracle replacement. And for good reason. Courser is cheap. It's inexpensive. It costs 3 mana instead of 4. And you don't get the extra land drop out of it, but it does almost everything else you want it to. And you gain some life. It's a really powerful card that's been good in every format it's been played in. And if you're looking for a cheaper way to play an Oracle Mul Daya effect, I would look at Courser.
So you're not always going to get both of the effects, you know.
That's right.
A lot of these cards are like they're very good because they're stacked with abilities. If I'm going to get only one of the effects, I want to do one of the effects better. So while Courser kind of has 2 abilities, I like that Azusa Lost But Seeking doubles down on the extra land. Instead of playing 1 extra land, you can play 2. That's very powerful on the games where you're casting like turn 1 ramp, turn 2 this, and then land.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You're untapping on turn 3 with like 6 mana. It's pretty cool. So yeah. Azusa Lost But Seeking was just in Core Set 2021, and turns out I kind of like the original Champions of Kamigawa art, because like that was used one time versus like the quote unquote new Judge promo art being used like a bunch of different times. Masters 25 promo pack, pre-release, Core 2021. So like there are a bunch of different ways to get the new art, but the original one, which costs a little more, you know, is the unique one, which I think is really funny that the Judge promo art wasn't the unique one.
Yeah,
but really, you can't go wrong with any printing of Azusa Lost But Seeking. They've got like the borderless ones. You got a lot of options in Core Set 2021.
And they're all cheaper than Oracle Mul Daya.
They're all cheaper than Oracle Mul Daya by a lot.
DJ, you've got a pretty sweet one here. What are you looking at today?
This some people might recognize from the Lord Windgrace precon. Budoka Gardener is a 2-mana card originally from Champions of Kamigawa. It is one of the flip cards, and it's tapped to put a land into play, kind of like Sakura Tribe Scout. But it has the advantage of when you hit 10 lands, it suddenly turns into a creature token maker that just starts pumping out 10/10s or more. It makes tokens that have power and toughness equal to the number of lands you control.
Yeah, that's going to make some big creatures right there, and that Sakura Tribe Scout ability is one that you occasionally see played in Commander all by itself, but now you get that effect with some upside on the other end.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Jason said, you don't get both abilities, but I'm going to have the ability to scale into something that's a late grade. You don't want a top deck Oracle of Mul Daya on turn 17. I mean, sometimes you do that card's really good, but like Budoka Gardener, if you untap with it, you're going to start having just a giant army of creatures.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Plus, Gardener mitigates how badly you get blown out early by a confusing conundrum or whatever that dumb card is.
This token stealer?
No, the thing that bounces a land if you ramped this turn.
If
you played a land, you got to return a land to your hand. This gets around that, which I think, at least initially, is probably going to see some play. So it's good to be prepared for that. Your Burgeonings and your Sakura Tribe Scout effects, including Budoka Gardener, get a little bit better in that instance.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for watching Sudden Substitution here. We're Brainstorm Brewery. We podcast every week. You can find it at Channel Fireball on Fridays or brainstormbrewery.com. Thanks so much for listening to Sudden Substitution. We'll see you next time.